Welcome to Deep Thought. Your outer world reflects your inner world. And you know what? I probably have talked about this before, but like any sermon, any inspirational message, you're going to hear part of it again. And I'll probably hit it again, but this is something very important because, and actually I was inspired to it because someone who follows me on one of my subscription sites who supports me, and he can even hit me up privately. Like on my phone, he had said something. He was talking about a situation, a woman's environment that he was dealing with. And I thought about that because I remember I dealt with this one particular woman. Like when you see her out in public and everything, oh, she's fine. She's fine. Stop traffic and everything. But I remember when I went over her place the first time, I was like, man, it's a mess in here. I'm going to tell you what. Your outer world reflects what's going on inside of you. It's a subconscious thing because our worlds start within us. And when I say our worlds, our immediate environment, the things we can control, is always a reflection of what's going on inside of us. Like whenever you see a messy place, always know, okay, that's that person. Or if they got a messy car, okay, they got something going on. I'm going to tell you what, how deep that can be. And that's a level of knowledge. I'll share it maybe on a paid video or something. You can look at somebody's clothing and get an idea what's going on, how they wear their clothes and everything. That's how deep it is. See, our outer world reflects what's in us. And people say, well, how could the clothes or how they live? Because one, if you have peace within, you automatically bring peace without. So if you have peace within yourself, you automatically keep a clean place. Indeed, I would always say sometimes when people really need help with their inner self, it can actually go in reverse. If you clean up their outer environment, it can help them for a minute. It can affect it for a minute. Ultimately, though, it always has to come down to what's already within them. So one of the things, and this goes deep. This goes deeper than just, your living arrangements. It also affects how you interact with people. Because say you have chaos within you. Okay, your car's messed up. Your living environment is messy and junky. Your relationships with people, not just romantic, just period, are going to be chaotic as well. See, I'm going to tell you what. The key, let me just say something. And y'all know I go on tangents on this channel. When you're having trouble in your outer relationships with people, the real key isn't the people. Like I've had men that say, well, all these women treat me bad. And then I've had women say, oh, these men are dusty. Oh, the only thing all those women had, all those men had is that person. And if there's problems, they got to look within first. Bring peace within yourself. Look within. What are you doing? How is your world? Is it chaotic? And I'm going to say, I told y'all, I'm climbing that mountain too. So I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I've been through that. And I peeped that. I peeped that. I said, wait a minute. Okay. My living arrangements, it looks jacked up. It looks jacked up. But then I was like, wait a minute. I got to change what's within me and stuff. Like I remember when, I was still living at home with my grandmother. I used to have a messy room. And she knew what was up. She knew what was up. And she really insisted on me cleaning it. And I understood. But then before I could really get into it, I had to deal with my inner stuff. We all have some demons we got to fight. Anybody who says they haven't had some demons to fight, I'm just calling them a straight up liar. We all got our demons to fight. Once I took care of those demons, I started noticing, like just living around there. And then when I got my own place, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm real meticulous and stuff, but it was more and more peace. The outer world reflected the inner world. Even how you might move. Have you ever seen people and they going through and they looking bummy and everything? They looking jacked up. That's something going on within them. You can actually tell. You can tell wow, the hair ain't straight. They looking just raggedy. You can tell something's going on within them. It speaks a lot to it. So if you maybe in that environment or your relationships are jacked up, things of that nature, then you know what? You got to stop. Stop and look in the mirror. What's going on inside of you? You got to face it. In some cases, maybe you might need professional help. There's no shame in that. You might need a therapist. You might need a spiritual leader. But you got to deal with the inside. Because trust me, and I've seen this happen so much, once you start dealing with that inner thing, the outer automatically changes. Even, I'm going to tell you how deep it is, even how your physical body comes up. Like, I'm going to tell you something. I actually learned this not from some metaphysician or some minister. I learned this from a group of players. This was when I was in college. I was a freshman in college. I was hanging out with the seniors and grad students. And trust me, these guys could read a woman down to the point of telling you what color her underwear was. I was like, wow, But they were always accurate because they'll point out something about a particular woman or young woman at the time. And, at first you'd be like, yeah, whatever. But then as time went on, the truth, it comes out and you're like, damn, they were right. But they would read something like, I remember a young lady, she had started, she had a very good shape, but then she started putting on weight. And the guy said, oh, okay, she's going through something emotional. And, I was like, huh? I was still young. But then found out a few months later, there was a lot going on in her life. Like she needed real help. She needed real help and stuff. But she was fighting all of that. But that was how she was responding to it. She wasn't at peace within. So it starts reflecting in the outer thing. So it's deep, y'all. It's really deep. So look at your outer world. Do you like your environment? Do you like your relationships? Is it too chaotic? Is it crazy? Okay. You want to change it. And let me put it like this. Changing friends or changing locations won't do it because you're just going to come up against this about the same thing. The common denominator in all of it is within you. Look for peace within. Deal with whatever. Like I said, get help. Don't be ashamed to talk to somebody, an elder, spiritual leader, a therapist, whoever. Get some type of help. A very good friend who's going to be brutally honest with you. And the main thing is just being able to look in the mirror and say, hold up, I got to deal with this. Once you deal with it, you start dealing with the inner world. Once you start cleaning that up, bringing peace, resolving any traumas, issues there, you will start seeing a change in your outer world. That's how powerful it is. Okay? I want y'all to think on this. And I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.